Welcome to another episode of Gaming and Conversations. I am your host, Frey, or Skinofly, however you want to say it. You can address me by both. Since I started this, we're going to do the B-roll thing again, because I think the B-roll thing is good. I just probably got to clean up some of the dry spots. Since, we're here with the Gaming and Conversations, I might as well talk about the gaming portions. And what better to start about the game y'all been seeing me play the most for like the past week or two, which is NBA2K25. I consider myself a casual, a little bit above casual. I always run with randoms. I did have a squad that I used to run with, but they're on next gen. Obviously, you see me, I'm on old gen or current gen, however you want to call it. And I'm pretty sure you want to know why. One, I have a PS4. Yes, I'm one of those people the Black Okage makes fun of, but I also have a PC where I play my other games. So all the games that's available to get on PC, I play on that. Like Marvel Rivals and Final Fantasy VII, which is another game y'all probably seen me play. I play that on the PC. So technically, I'm PC Master Race, if you really want to jot that down. Now, I have played new gen, or you want to call that current gen, but the PS5 version of it. And I always say this, if you're on the play now part, then I don't have a problem with the game, because I think the game is solid on the play now part, where you actually play the NBA players, how they're supposed to be played. The my career part could be more to deal with. I understand why rhythm shooting is a thing, because people cheat with the Zens and all that other stuff. Also seen that a lot of people don't like NBA 2K25. A lot of people say it's one of the worst NBA 2Ks ever. It's not topping 18. And even though I had a good year on 18 personally, because I had a post score, and I always make post scores. 20, 21. A lot of people say 22, but 22 I didn't have a problem with, but the lateral defensively, their game was trash. I said that all the time, but 25 is more or less 50-50 on people. People say it's the worst. I don't think it's the worst, but people say it's the worst, and some people say it was okay. I didn't think it was okay, but I've also said I had more fun on the current gen version, or the old gen version, or the PS4 version, as people will say, than I did in the PS5 version. Old gen, and if you want, that's why I'm making builds on that one. That's why I'm playing that one more frequently. I know 2K26 is on the horizon, and you can play current gen in that one too. I still have a PS4, so obviously I probably want to be the only few people that still be playing the PS4 version of it, because I don't see the point of crossing over. Now the thing is, a lot of people had a lot of complaints about 2K25, especially with the rhythm shooting, the RNG, and people didn't like that because people was cheating. Now again, anytime people said that, my whole answer was go play the old gen version. And it seems like when YouTubers go back to the version, they have fun. Some of them have fun. Some of them try to say it's trash, it's dead and all that other stuff, but a lot of people don't go to park like they used to. A lot of them, they just do the 3v3 matchmaking, because there is an option for 3v3 matchmaking. There's an option for 1v1 matchmaking. I know I go there. That's why I don't wait for games. Like, I don't sit in the park. If not, I go there or I go to rec. And I think it's been like that lately. I understand, we have to move on to the future, but I also feel like the old gen version is the better game. You're not going to hold me. It's just I had more fun on that one. Was it the same game as the one we deposit? Have we been getting? Yes. With the exception of, layups, and I don't like the shot meter. I tell people all the time, I don't like the shot meter. I think the shot meter is stupid. I don't know why they changed the shot meter. I understand, people was zenning and people was cheating. It comes with the territory. People are going to cheat the system. People are going to try to find meta. Throughout this whole thing, I feel like people had different builds, or they had their own trustworthy builds to where like you really didn't have to cheat. You just had to know your own shots. And I think people were fine with that. But like I said, every time when I see people talk about the PS4 version, they're having fun. And it's like, oh man, this is the arcade thing that I need and all that. So it's just like, well, I've seen most people go from the PS5 to the PS4 because it's more fun. The grind is stupid. I don't like the tier badges system. I don't like that in the coring of the badges. I didn't like it in 24, but it was easier in 24. 25, they made coring badges harder, which I don't understand why. The rivals thing is cool. But that is also a grind, especially like if you're trying to get 8 extra badges. There's a specific way to do 8 extra badges, into which you have to grind both of them out. And it's a grind. Like, I done completed all the mission, all the tasks, and I still haven't got the +8. I have to do a specific quest for that one. But as far as like, bringing players, like the whole thing, I done completed that whole mission, especially as a post scorer. I done completed that. So now, like, if I have to get 4 or 8 extra badges, I gotta do these specific things, to which is very grindy. And even though it's grindy, I know it's worth it, but at the same time, I didn't spend my whole time there. I was like at 1,500 for like the longest. If I'd have kept on, I'd have eventually got it, but like I said, it was too grindy and I was falling asleep doing it. So I was just like, yeah, I don't see myself doing this. Plus, the builds I had are all good. The thing is, except for my guards has always been like late game. Like, they're good in the late game. Like, I have to get level 40 to like really, really, really max out my build every season. And it's kind of aggravating. But, me, this year I don't like experiment with different builds. Like, if I'm not playing with my post scorer right now, I'm probably playing on my 3-point playmaker, which I enjoy real well, because even though it's kind of like a do-it-all build, it's really a do-it-all build. It's really specific, and I love the passing on here. So that's saying much about it. I think the gameplay portion is fun. I think going through my career is actually entertaining, even though it's been the same. Like I said, it's been the same for like some years. But I also feel like when they kind of like got this point, there's not much you can do. So that's why they tried the RNG. That's why they're trying all the stuff on the new consoles. And for what people seem, they don't really like it. I mean, it probably needs tweaking, but most of them don't really like it. So, and I think with 2K23, to me, like 2K22, that was cool. Especially like the badge system, that was cool. You get to pick whatever badge you need to, like, if I just wanted my build to just clamp people. Excuse me. If I just wanted to clamp people, my build just to clamp people, I just go to 2K22 and then just go to the clamp badge. Here is a tier 3 badge. I have to make sure I have at least enough points to even get there, so I can properly put it on and then core it and then use it on something else. It's a very grindy system. I don't even know why they put that in there, because sometimes, I've said this all the time, clamps don't work. Clamps work when it wants to. But especially like, I'm like my 3-point playmaker, he has bronze clamps, which I cored and then I moved on to challenger. But my other build, like my two-way floor spacing slasher, it has gold clamps. But I don't see the difference between gold and bronze. That's just me though. But it's not. But even then, like, sometimes it gets beat, and I get mad because it's just like, oh, I got gold clamps, so like I should be locking them down, but sometimes they just get past shit. It gets aggravating then. But I don't know. But I was telling everybody that I can say that if you was having problems with because a lot of people was complaining about 2K25 and the state it was in, and my answer was always, well, there's always the old gen. It's still fun, and it's still you still get your entertainment out of there. It's like you just gotta be willing to deal with the core and the badge system. But yeah, is it the same game? Yeah, it's the same game, but you can attest that 2K has always been the same game with little tweaks here and there. Like I expect nothing else but the same for 26. As a matter of fact, I don't think they're going to do much for current gen system wise. Like I feel like we're gonna have the same system, like the core and the badge system, just on this one. I'm just getting ready for that. But yeah, it's just one of those things where it's just I tell people all the time, it's just come over here. It's like come to death row, come over here. And I feel like the people that do come over here, they have fun. I mean, they'll eventually go back to the PS5 version. I don't know why, but they used to go back there. But I'm telling you right now, if you still want to play 2K, if you got that basketball itch to play, just play the old gen version. It's everything you want in it, because it's most likely it's everything you want in the game. But motherfuckers got to do what they got to do. So, and that's really it. Enjoy the B-roll in the background. Also, let me know how y'all feel about this. Let me know how y'all feel about NBA 2K25. What did y'all think about the game? Like I said, the current gen version, that's the one I play, or the old gen, the PS4 version. That's the one I play. That's the one I've been having fun on, and I feel like that's the better game this year. So, until then, my name is So Scale Fly, and I am out. Peace.